Once upon a time in a faraway kingdom, there lived a beautiful mermaid. She was known for her enchanting voice and kind heart. The mermaid had a magical tail that shimmered like 1,000 stars. It was her most prized possession. One day, the mermaid was swimming in the coral reef when she saw a fisherman struggling to fix his net. Out of the goodness of her heart, she swam up to him and asked if he needed help. The fisherman, surprised by the sudden appearance of a mermaid, could only nod his head in response. As the mermaid was fixing the net, a huge wave crashed into the reef, knocking her tail off. The tug, which had been keeping our anchor to the ocean floor, now floated away with the current. The mermaid, horrified, watched it disappear into the distance. Without her tail, she couldn't swim proper. The mermaid desperately tried to make it back to the ocean floor. But the more she struggled, the further away from the reef she drifted, exhausted and scared. She closed her eyes, waiting for the inevitable. Just then, a handsome merman swam up to her and gently asked, "Are you all right?" He had seen the whole thing, the wave, the loss of her tail, and had come to help. The mermaid, feeling humiliated and ashamed, tried to hide her face. She couldn't believe that she, a powerful mermaid, had been defeated by a simple wave. The merman, noticing her distress, reached out and touched her shoulder. His touch was gentle and reassuring. "It's all right," he said. "I'm here to help." With his support, she felt a little better. Together, they swam towards the shore, where the merman's home was. On the way, he told her about himself, and she, feeling safe with him, revealed her name and what had happened to her tail. When they arrived at his home, the merman introduced the mermaid to his mother, who was a wise and caring woman. She listened to their story and then said, "Don't worry, child, I have an idea." She took some seaweed and wove it into a beautiful shawl for the mermaid to wear. Then she gave them both some fish to eat and told them to rest. The next day, the merman and his mother set out to find the mermaid's tail. They searched everywhere, but it was no use. The tail was nowhere to be found. As the sun began to set, they returned home, disappointed. The mermaid, feeling hopeless, sat by the shore, watching the waves crash into the sand. Suddenly, she heard a familiar sound, the sound of a wave. At first it was faint, but then it grew louder and louder until it was right beside her, and there it was, her tail, shimmering in the moonlight. Overjoyed, she slipped it on and swam back to the merman's home. She couldn't believe that after all this time, her tail had finally been returned to her. From that day on, the mermaid knew that she wasn't just lucky to have such a wonderful tail, but also to have friends who cared for her.